Hey guys, Pennyworth here, and it's my 10th movie review. Man, I've reviewed 9 other movies already. So what's gonna be my 10th? Well, a little horror anthology movie known as Creepshow.
Creepshow, the most fun you'll ever have being scared.
Now, how do I describe Creepshow? It's like if you have, say, a pot. And in that pot, you mix the horror anthology comics with something like a horror movie. Not that bad of a horror movie, though. And you get Creepshow. So, the movie is about a kid and a father who doesn't want him reading comic books. And of course there are pumpkins everywhere to imply it's Halloween, because you can't set a horror movie at any other time.
Silent night, deadly night.
That doesn't count. Anyways, this father is clearly not supportive of his child's interests. Kinda like mine, and that's why I'm forced to do reviews in my basement now. Well, anyways, the film has a really, really amazing team consisting of George A. Romero, Stephen King, and Tom Savini. That is a bunch of big names in horror. So, this movie focuses on the titular Creepshow comic, which has 5 different segments, which I shall give a bit of a review to each. So, let's start off with the first segment, Father's Day. Father's Day is probably the second weakest of all of the segments. It's really only to serve as an opening segment, but aside from that, Father's Day is just kind of bland. It's about a father who every Father's Day wanted his Father's Day cake from his daughter Bedelia.
It's Father's Day. Where's my cake? You promised me my cake.
Yes, he was that annoying. So, with him wanting this Father's Day cake, they finally put the old sucker out of his misery.
Happy Father's Day!
And he comes back as a zombie to eat his own family and make them his new cake.
Father's Day. And I got my cake. Happy Father's Day.
What you may notice is the comic book style, particularly from the clips I'm showing with the bright colors and the panels. This was done on purpose to imitate the horror comics, of course. Next up is The Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill. This stars Stephen King, and it is very, very funny.
Holy old Jesus!
It is about Jordy Verrill. You know what? No, I'm not calling him Jordy Verrill. That's just Stephen King. You can't fool me, movie. That is Stephen King playing Stephen King. So anyways, Stephen King goes out and he finds a meteor which has crashed in his backyard. He wants to sell it, but when he touches it, it's hot. So he puts it out with some water, then the meteor cracks in half and he thinks his fortune is ruined.
$200 for a broken meteor? Mr. Bell, you must be joking.
Okay, that's kind of dumb. How would your fortune be ruined if a meteor was cracked in half? It's still a meteor, and it can still be very expensive. Well, anyways, this segment is particularly interesting because throughout the whole segment, Stephen King says that he's down on his luck. So, there's only one time his luck is in: his death. Segment is my favorite. Something to tide you over. The next segment is my favorite. This one features Leslie Nielsen acting terrifying.
Hold your breath there, Harry. Gotta hold your breath.
Why was this not done before? Forget Naked Gun. This is one of his best movies. Seriously, his intimidating performance is absolutely wonderful. This segment is so good, I'm not going to even spoil it here. I recommend you go check it out yourself. Next up is The Crate. This is the one that really defines the movie. It goes into the most depth. It has the most blood and gore, the most comic panels. It is literally the most.
Looks like a couple of emeralds.
This is probably my second or third favorite because this and The Lonesome Death of Stephen King are kind of a tie. So I also recommend you check this one out. Seriously, check it out. Finally, is They're Creeping Up on You. The last of the segments. This is probably the worst, and it's a bad note to end off the movie. It's just a generic fear of bugs. It's a germaphobe afraid of bugs. It's just really dumb because it's really predictable what's gonna happen. A germaphobe afraid of bugs is killed by bugs in a horror movie. That's the whole plot. Nothing much unique about the character. So our story ends with the boy getting revenge on his father. So all in all, Creepshow is a wonderful movie. I really, really like this movie. There are plenty of parts in it, but this is definitely up there as one of my absolute favorite movies. And getting to review this makes me so happy. So, what else do I have to review? October's coming up. Wait. No. Hey guys, Pennyworth here. This is like just outside of the video. This will only be on this channel, Nerds Timed. Which this Pennyworth review is going to be my last video on Nerds Timed. The channel is not being successful enough. I'm not really getting anything out of this channel. So I will move to a new channel. Link in the description. And you can also check out my other channel, Searching for Slender, which will have a link it'll probably just be called Pennywise. It'll probably just have a link to my other channel. I'm glad I got to do 10 reviews on this channel, but it's gonna be a sad goodbye. But it's time to say goodbye.